So it's always amusing to me when companies leak their own stuff, and this is what's happened again. Nintendo Korea, the official Korean website for Nintendo, has leaked a massive spoiler for Donkey Kong Bananza coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 later this year on July 17th. So spoiler warning, obviously, it's pretty big. I'll say, like, without spoiling anything right now, it's a character. It's a pretty big character that seems to have some pretty interesting implications. There's no like story tidbits, but it's a big character spoiler. So if you don't care about that, we'll proceed with the video. Also, let me know in the comment section below. For the most part, when I do Nintendo news videos, I don't do camera at all. But do you guys prefer seeing a little bit of on camera with some B-roll kind of mixed in? I do that on my other channel, but I'm curious what your preference is on the Nintendo channel. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump straight into this. So if you're still with me, let me show you what this is. I hope I don't get claimed. I mean, they leaked it themselves, to be fair. So you can see the artwork that we've seen for Donkey Kong Bananza has just been, you know, the key art. I'll show you the normal key art first. It's just been Donkey Kong kind of smashing down into the ground. But in this key art, this was like a banner of the whole thing. You actually see a young Pauline kind of hanging on to Donkey Kong by his tie, which is really crazy. It's the exact same key art, except Pauline's kind of just hanging on with this big smile, having a time of her life. And again, it's like young Pauline. Now, why is this so crazy? Well, first of all, it confirms that another major character is in Donkey Kong Bananza, which is interesting to say the very least. We've seen Cranky Kong, of course, got confirmed in the gameplay with Treehouse Live, and there was a post on Nintendo today as well that had gameplay where you've seen Cranky Kong. And so we know Cranky Kong's in it. We don't know if Diddy Kong's in it. We don't know if Dixie Kong's in it. We don't know where the other Kongs are at, but we know Donkey Kong obviously is the main star, and a younger Pauline. Now, if you don't know, way back in the day in Donkey Kong's very first kind of ever game, which has always been sort of kind of nodded to. There's even a map or track in Mario Kart World that is based off of that original Donkey Kong, where, you know, you got Mario jumping over the barrels and stuff. I think it was back in like 1981 originally when it came out. In that, it's actually Pauline that Donkey Kong has, I guess, essentially kidnapped, I guess, that Mario is trying to rescue and whatnot. And of course, we also seen Pauline show up, an older Pauline, in Super Mario Odyssey, and a bunch of other kind of, you know, recent Mario spin-offs, different things like that as well. So very interesting to say the very least. Now, what's more interesting is, like I said, in the original Donkey Kong had basically essentially kidnapped Pauline, and Mario had to rescue her from Donkey Kong. But in here, it looks like they're like pals. It looks like they're like best buds or something. And so the question is this like an alternate story? Is it kind of an alternate sort of universe timeline? I mean, I don't know. You know, it's not to say that, you know, all of this is connected necessarily. But if it is connected, then that you know, what's the story implications where apparently Pauline and Donkey Kong were pals, and then later on he like kidnaps her or something? Maybe, I don't know, maybe he just kind of like became Crazy Kong, and he just sort of, you know, lost his mind in trying to protect her from the world. And then Mario was like, I will say, I have no idea, really. I just don't know if they're, again, maybe they're not even going that route. Maybe they're just telling a new story where, you know, Pauline and Donkey Kong are actually friends, rather than Donkey Kong having kidnapped Pauline and Mario has to come and rescue her, you know, and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know the implications. All I know is it's very interesting, to say the very least, that Pauline, young Pauline at that, is featured in this artwork that, again, was on the Nintendo Korean official website. They took it down, by the way. They changed it, but they did leak it at first. So I guess it went up too early, and I don't know if this video is going to get hit. If it does get hit, well, that's going to be very unfortunate. But I'm reporting on it because I see everybody posting about it on Twitter and whatnot. Anyways, and, you know, again, this came from Nintendo. This didn't come from someone leaking it. It's Nintendo themselves that essentially leaked it. But the question still remains: where is at least Diddy Kong? I really hope Diddy Kong's going to show up in this game. It'd be a little bit of a miss, I think. It'd be a big miss if he doesn't really show up in some, you know, shape or form. We don't know a ton about the game. We've seen, you know, the trailer, some gameplay, which was fantastic, and all that. If you haven't seen any of that, keep it locked on the channel. You know, we have videos already up about Donkey Kong Bonanza and everything else Nintendo Switch 2, and a lot more content coming for you guys leading up to launch and of course post-launch. I've been having the time of my life. I think I've made, I don't know how many videos lately, so I hope you guys are not getting sick of me yet. And again, if you enjoy the content, leave a like, really helps the channel. If you don't like it, or if you just want to give me, you know, constructive criticism on how to make the content better, please do let me know. I'm always open to hearing what you guys think and how we can just kind of keep improving. So thanks for watching, and I can't wait for this game. It looks really good. It looks like a lot of fun, and now I'm even more interested because I'm like, man, what is Pauline's role in this? And again, is Diddy Kong going to show up? Some questions that we'll have to wait a little bit longer to find out. Until the next one, friends, game on. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.